This is Boricua is Live. Welcome to Nephilim Wars. My name is Omar, and this is the battle for your soul. I am in a good mood. Hopefully, I hope everybody's doing well today. I did my hair. I got a ponytail so I could put my hat on. My Kangol hat. My pip hat. This good cat. Got all the scarves and stuff. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm having a beer today. Nothing wrong with that. Salud. I don't get inhibited. I have, and I'm not perfect, and I fall short like everybody else. I am fighting for my soul, just like you should. Not be complacent. Um, my pet cat is going. She wants to say hi. It's a stray cat that I feed. This is Luna. How you doing? Say hi, Luna. Oh, Luna, say hi. Where you at? Right here. See, she wanna hug the camera. The animals love me. I'm lovable. Well, guys, yeah, I'm feeling good today. Um, Luna, no, no, she's just going here. I'm doing a video, so move your behind. What's up? I don't have no milk right now. Move. I got my sign. Battle for your souls, guys. Remember, we are fighting the forces of darkness. If you haven't noticed yet, hold on. If you haven't noticed that we're fighting, the pure devil, I don't know what to tell you. I just want to go through a few points here, some notes that I made. I wanted to finish Robert, the Robert Marshall. I'm not sure. I think it's George Marshall. The thing is that I think he changed his name to. I think it was like something like that. Like he changed the name, the first name, and he actually says that they left him alone because he was the one that did the. He was like a favorite of the queen. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. And he was, yeah, but he got cloned a few times and he got punished a few times. And she made him, the Queen Elizabeth made him, like strike other people with a sword. I remember he was talking about that. Since they are like, royalty, they got swords and stuff. So she had swords and she like cut people with it. And she said that it was an actress. Demi Moore was it or somebody? One of them pretty actresses that got slayed by her or something, and then she wouldn't die or something in the clone lab. Yeah, some telling you, and people were telling her no, and she just did it. And yeah, man, I mean, some bizarre stuff. I'm telling you, imagine, I mean, famous people, all famous, and he says that they had like a lot of these UFO people, the disclosure people, like Zachariah Sitchin and stuff like that. Yeah, the like I said, the control resistance. Like, oh, it's coming from it's Nibiru and all this stuff. The Anunnaki. They know where they are. He probably one of them. Yeah, with this theater. Oh, and you seen the news, right? They already went to get the stuff over there. Yeah. And what I think is that they all friends and they just This is all deal. Like, how's it gonna catch? You know what I'm saying? Just try to like. I mean, I was a scout, and I went to. I wasn't, in Black Ops. Okay, I was in part of certain things. I'm not gonna say anyway, so it's I'm good. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's yeah, I'm not supposed to, and I won't, because I'm a man of my word. But I know. So yeah, it's like that. You just don't capture somebody. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through this. It's layers. It's layers, like a perimeter. I mean, people don't understand. You got to go to intelligence schools and you know stuff like that. Even in the field, in the field, you have so kind. I mean, it's complicated, but yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, you got to go through layers. And United States just doesn't have. They have the capability, right? And the soldiers, yes. But it's like they couldn't beat the Taliban, bro. Come on now. And this is an army, an organized army. With jets, tanks. Like Saddam Hussein, 100 days. The people, it wasn't even the Republican Guard. It was, the regular army. I mean, it's so a lot of people don't know what's going on. They gave them up and stuff, and they made a deal for the oil and all that. So, let's just I went left field with that. I'm just saying they are friends. They're not. This is no. Never look at the apparent with the Illuminati. Okay, it takes it takes bombs and combat for you to do that. You just don't. Oh, we got it. Yeah, really. Well, anyway. Yeah, so yeah, sorry about that, guys. The thing is that I'm like, again on my military, I gotta get off that. You know, yeah, like my mind, right? I know what's going on, but my points. Oh, and the just clone lab. So yeah, the clone lab, and then it was like a famous. Yeah, I went. I don't know. I went that way. Yeah, cause I'm telling you, it's like they giving up power. What does that? What that sound like? Giving up power to the beast. They all listen to Satan, all of them, all of them. There's no. It's the governors and the governments, and we have the power to trample them. Serpents, scorpions, governments, governors. Well, anyway, clone lab. I have here Queen Elizabeth had precedence in the clone lab. Uh, what was that? Rappers, actors, connect connected scientists, comedians, yeah, UFO disclosure fanatics, those telling you that the reticulans and the Palladians come, they met them over there or something. Yeah, they probably got on the ship with them, but yeah, because Space Force. I mean, have you ever heard anything about Space Force again? Space Force, the UFOs is around, whatever. UFO disclosure fanatics, professors, university professors, on archaeology, psychiatry. Yeah. So, you know, academia is Greek and all this stuff. Yeah, the Greek, the Greek part, it's just everything is Greek. The courts, the everything is Greek. Greek and Roman and Egypt. I mean, yeah, I mean, See, people don't want to see it because they want to keep having their fun. It's not gonna be any more fun. I mean, I mean, it's not gonna be. I mean, yes, it's gonna be fun that you make, but like, that. Because I noticed it, like, since the lockdown, you don't see people walking around the street anymore. I mean, I remember I used to pick up chicks, like, excuse me, right? But when I was in the world, my motorcycle, hey, it was like a movement of people. So now that stopped after 9/11. Yeah, it was like gradually, right? 9/11, and yeah, it's like all this, the airport, the bomber, the shoe, all this liberties being taken because of the terrorists. Not they never came. They are in power now in Syria, Iraq, and they have American uniforms, armed. They trained by America. So, all right, so that's the clone lab. Robert Marshall. What happened with him was that he, how you call it? Yeah, they left him alone. Because he was making songs for Cyndi Lauper. He was a kid then. He was 28 and when he made the video, but when he was like 9, 10, like that. That's when he was like a pet. Like a pet. He'd be like next to her or whatever. That's what he said. The parents, couldn't do nothing and stuff. I think they whatever, cloned him. And yeah, man, that Lauryn Hill had to do a gladiator fight with somebody that made him, the comedian uh, that did Dollar Bill in Players Club. He also got, I mean, all this, man. It's crazy. The video's long. It's like 2 hours or so. It's a lot of stuff that, yeah. And the Britney Spears thing, that she was with the other kid, the white kid, the blonde, and they were in a convertible and they crashed. And I think the other kid, the Dustin Taylor, the Justin, the other one, whatever his name is, yeah, the boy band or whatever. And she was decapitated. And then when they got her back, I guess she escaped from because the old man, because she's like sex objects for a rich old man, like Aaliyah, the one that was, they summoned there and they some in the clones or whatever. You know what I'm telling you. Even rich, Dubai people and stuff in Dubai, they have because they have many of them, so they can, like, I think it's a few million to rent one or something. And something happened in a boat in Dubai one time that one of the man, this is bizarre. One of the like rapper ladies got killed in a boat or something. And people saw her, but it was a clone, and they had the clone in the boat. Like if she was malfunctioning because she hit in the head. I mean, it was crazy. He was talking about that because then it's like another person. This another. I think this it's another guy. Oh, no, it was him. Yeah, like clones that people rent and get. Because they use them for sex, for sexual objects. Like that time, Rihanna went to France to see the French president, whatever. It's people that rapper girl going to ambassador to, you know what I mean? Like whatever. Yeah, man. So they sex objects and Nephilims and all kinds. The Nephilims are the leaders. They are objects, clones. People they lead them, or maybe they have them on the ground, until they have to. If they agree, they live. I guess they gotta keep sacrificing, like Bill Cosby, like Michael Jordan, his father, like Mike Tyson, his daughter. You know, like all these NBA guys. Always somebody dies in the family as soon as they go to country. I mean, these things got patterns. They always do the same thing, the breadcrumbs. So yeah, clones everywhere. And I wanted to hit also on Hellraiser and Hollywood, the Hellraiser movie, because this used to be like some of my, and I wanted to go in because these are the incubus. The Cenobites from Hellraiser are the incubus. Because remember the lady in the first movie. The lady in the first movie, she was like a sex, like a horny lady. Excuse my language, like she liked the guy that was doing the moving. And you remember that in Hellraiser 1, Clarice or whatever her name, And this desire brings in an incubus. And the box, I think the dude found the box somewhere. He had it in his bag and he didn't know what it was. And he was messing with her. And then when they touched it, the black cube, where the Hellraiser comes out, it's like a Ouija. It's a game, like a Ouija. You touch it, you do this, and if you touch a certain way, then opens such a portal, and the chains come. I mean, that's and you know what else is it, man? Whew, what was that? That's something like a bug or something. Something else there's in Hellraiser is the bugs. People eating bugs. The D8 wants people to eat bugs. And in Hellraiser, there's a guy that he's like, take him off me. He's like in a insane asylum. And then the doctors are behind the glass looking at him, torture himself and giving him knives and stuff. And then, I don't know, he's like, yeah, because he don't die or something. I don't know, because the thing comes, like when the blood, then the thing comes. And then all this insect, like beetles and like, how you call it? Grillo. How you call grillos? Uh, Crickets. Yeah, he put them in. I don't know. Whoever saw that movie, that's the most Illuminati movie too. Satanic. Don't watch it. Wow. Yeah, man. I don't even. But it's the crickets. Now they're talking about crickets. This is that satanic stuff. The demons eat that. Possess people. He do those things. Eat glass and stuff. Man, I'm telling you. They want us to eat worms and crickets. What they had in the movies. The Illuminati had the movie in Hellraiser and in Lost Boys when they eating that Chinese rice and there's worms and all this and crickets and stuff. So yeah, Christ is the answer, okay, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just, let me see, 17 minutes. I gotta go. I just want to touch on that time cop. The alchemy, Hellraiser, the alchemy of evil is like a Ouija board. That's what the incubus. Those are the Cenobites are incubuses. Sex and abuse. The guy used to abuse her though. The guy the sexual guy with the lady, he used to hit her. She's like, like this passion, lust, crazy. All right, time cop. Time cop. It's a time machine, speed time machine. Time machine. One of my research prisoners were sent into space. Black prisoners tested for the melanin. So they've been tested for this melanin. They put in microchips. NASA are doing melanin trials, and they were like checking the effects on blasting, with that machine. They had that machine, the boom, like that in time cop. They had that, and it blasted them, like a, like, I guess it's probably like a portal, but they send the prisoners to see what happened and blast them into space, wherever they went. Black inmates clone them after and turn them into Manchurian candidates, assassin like a Sicario movie. So they turn inmates that they send, they do experiments on to Manchurian candidates, assassins like Sicario. Sicario that he could talk to the feds and everything, and they were like, oh, we know you are, okay, we know who you are, all right. Can't arrest him, nothing. All right, the cops, nobody can arrest him, nobody. He's on his own. He gets orders from watching, from the Delta Force, you know, attached to Delta. You get attached, like when you are in, in an expeditionary force. We was with other nations. So that's it. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Always, I'm gonna in the night video. I'm gonna go ahead and do the pray. I was doing a lot of prayer earlier. That's why I feel good. And yeah, this has been Clone Wars, the battle for your souls, guys. See you later. Pray and God bless you all.